Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Sassy and today I'll be showing you how to beat the Easter egg, how to obtain all the elemental bows, and much more in the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies map, Iron Dragon. One of the first things you may want to do is turn on power. Power is found in the armory with stamina. Next you'll need to pick up the 4 orbs around the map. First orb you'll find is inside the church near spawn, and then after you turn on power, 3 portals will turn on around the map, each leading to another orb. The fire orb is found through the portal at power, the lightning orb is found through the portal to the left of Speed Cola, and the purple orb is found through the portal in the room with the 4 altars. You can place the orbs down in their matching basin in the room at the top of the tower, not far from Mule Kick. Placing all 4 orbs down will cause the middle basin to start smoking. You will need to fill the basin with souls. Fill it with enough souls and the summoning key will spawn. Pick up the summoning key and then place it down on the basin next to the wall of glowing symbols. The wall will be destroyed, revealing a staircase that leads to Pack-a-Punch. You'll next need to obtain the Wrath of the Ancient's Bow. To do this, fill the 3 dragon heads with souls. You can activate a dragon by getting a zombie kill near it. Then just kill zombies close to the dragon to feed it. You can start doing this step at any point. They are located at the entrance of the bridge. One is over the fireplace in the room with Speed Cola, and one is near the STG-44 wall by, not far from Electric Cherry. Once you've fed all 3 dragons, you can pick up the Wrath of the Ancient's Bow from the lower courtyard. Next, you'll need to obtain the 4 elemental bows and shoot their corresponding orb. And complete each element's quest to fill the orbs with their essence. You can do each of these simultaneously. For the void bow, you'll first need to shoot the purple symbol with the Wrath of the Ancient's Bow on the wall by the bridge. Then interact with the arrow to start the void bow quest. Next, find the circular room in the castle. You should see an urn floating in the middle of the room. Shoot it with the bow. You'll now need to find and pick up 6 skulls around the map. One is on the table opposite of Electric Cherry. One is opposite the mystery box on the bridge. One is right by Double Tap. One is on the table in the building to the right of Mule Kick. There is one on the barrel by the Maddox wall by. This will be the first room on your right as you exit the bridge. And there is one on the broken window in the church near spawn. Once you picked up all 6 skulls, head back to the room with the urn. You will now need to spell the name of the voice speaking. It will give you 3 words. You are to match the words to the symbols on the ground. Interact with each symbol in the order given. Here is a guide for each symbol and the word they represent. If you need to have words repeated, you can shoot the urn with the bow to have it repeat the words for you. If you get his name wrong, the skulls will start attacking you. Leave the room until they stop moving and then try again. Correctly spell its name and you can pick up the arrow from the table. Head to the basement area with the altars and place the arrow on the void altar. Placing the arrow down will give you a max ammo. Then fill it with souls. Fill it with enough souls and you'll be able to pick up the void bow. Once you have the void bow, shoot the purple orb with it. It will glow slightly if done correctly. You will now need to shoot the glowing stone fire pits with the void bow. One is to the left of the Wonder Sphere near the bridge entrance, one is in the graveyard behind the church, and one is to the right of the bridge entrance. You will now need to shoot the small purple orb that has spawned around the map with the void bow. It will first spawn on the clock above the Dragon Head soul box in the room with Speed Cola. It will then spawn on the telephone in the room with Power. And lastly, it will spawn on the radio across the room from Speed Cola. Once you've shot all 3 orbs, you can pick up the Orb Essence where you picked up the purple orb. Take the portal in the room with the 4 bow altars to get there. Then head back to the orb and infuse the purple orb with its essence. For the fire bow, you'll first need to turn on power. When you turn on power, the door opposite Electric Cherry will open. Go through the door and shoot the glowing stone thing outside the map. Then pick up the arrow to start the fire quest. 3 red circles will spawn around the map. One will be on the bridge next to the mystery box, one is near Mule Kick, and one is at the very top of the castle where Pack-a-Punch is. You will need to shoot each circle with the bow while being launched from the Wonder Sphere. Shooting a circle correctly will cause them to catch fire. Then fill the circles with souls until they disappear. To use the Wonder Sphere, you'll first need to link the landing pad to the corresponding machine. The landing pad on the bridge links to the Wonder Sphere next to Mule Kick, and the landing pad near Pack-a-Punch links to the Wonder Sphere to the left of the bridge entrance. Once a Wonder Sphere is linked to its landing pad, you can now unlock the gate and use the machine for 500 points. Once all 3 have been filled, head to the room with Speed Cola and shoot the fireplace with the bow. If done correctly, it will light and spawn a max ammo. Then interact with the fire to put it out. Head back to the area with Mule Kick and you'll find a giant fire orb has spawned. Interact with it. It will explode and you can now pick up the arrow. Again, you'll need to place the arrow on the altar and collect souls. Fill it with enough souls and you'll be able to pick up the fire bow. Once you've obtained the fire bow, shoot the fire orb with it to start its quest. Head outside and find the glowing plane in the sky. You will need to shoot it down with a regular gun. This will cause an orb to spawn and fly down to the ground, where it will light this large cauldron found to the left of the Wonder Sphere near the bridge entrance. The torches near the church will now be burnt out. You will need to shoot the torches 9, 3, and 5 in that order with the fire bow to light them. Light them correctly and you'll hear this sound, and all the torches will be lit again. You can now pick up the fire essence where you picked up the fire orb. Again, you can get there by taking the portal inside the room with power. Then head back to the room with the orbs and infuse the fire orb with its essence. For the lightning bow, shoot the weather vane on the top of the entrance of the bridge with the bow. And pick up the arrow at the front of the entrance of the bridge. You will now need to light the 3 bonfires on top of the towers. They are located on the castle tower behind Mule Kick, behind the room with the staircase across from Mule Kick, and off to the side at the top of the staircase that leads to Pack-a-Punch. Once all 3 are lit, find the room to the left of the Wrath of the Ancient's bow, and shoot the door on the locker with the bow to open it, and pick up the fuse from inside. Head to the room with power and place the fuse in the machine to the right of the gate. The gate will open up. Pick up the coil from inside. Then head to Pack-a-Punch and place the coil down on the right side of the machine. Doing so will cause a lightning arrow to spawn. Again, pick it up, place it on the altar, and fill it with souls. Fill it with enough souls and you'll now be able to pick up the lightning bow. Once you've obtained the lightning bow, shoot the lightning orb with it. The orb will start glowing if done correctly. You will now need to shoot the 3 bonfires again with the lightning bow. If done correctly, lightning will now spiral around the fire tornado. Then head back to the area with the church at spawn and find the 3 switchboards. You will need to turn each of them to the correct position. There is one underneath the church to the right of the sewer entrance. This one will need to be turned to the left position. There is one inside the church, and this one will need to be turned into the down position. And one is at the entrance of the bridge, and this one will need to be facing up. If all 3 are done correctly, you'll hear this sound, and the knobs will start sparking. You can now pick up the lightning essence from where you picked up its orb. It will be found through the portal by Speed Cola. Then head back to the room with the orbs and infuse the lightning orb with its essence. For the wolf bow, you'll first need to shoot the painting through the barrier in the room right before the power room. It is the room with the KVK wallby. You'll need to interact with the 3 paintings in a particular order. The first one is by the stairs not far from where you pick up the Wrath of the Ancient's bow. The next one is in the room with Speed Cola. And if you go down the stairs that are in front of the Wrath of the Ancient's bow, the last one will be down the hallway. You should hear a wolf howl when completed. Head to the basement area with the altars and find the wall next to the entrance with the wolf symbol. Getting close to it will cause the wall to explode and reveal the arrow parts. Interact with it to start the quest. Head to the area underneath the church at spawn and find the red flag outside of the map behind the Wonder Fizz. Shoot the flag with the bow to cause a skull to roll off of it. Pick it up. Then head to the area with the bow altars and interact with the wolf altar to place the skull down. A shovel will spawn to the right of the altar. Pick it up. Then head back to spawn and find the glowing gravestone. Interact with the grave and a hand with an arrow will come out of the ground. Pick up the arrow and then head back to the room with the altars and place it down on the wolf altar. Again, a max ammo will spawn and you can now fill the arrow with souls. Fill it with enough souls and you'll now be able to pick up the wolf bow. Once you have the wolf bow, shoot the wolf orb with it. You will now need to find and shoot 3 graves with the wolf bow and then shoot it with a regular gun to destroy the grave. One is behind the Wonder Fizz where you shot the flag. One is in the graveyard not far from the EBR wallby. And one is in the graveyard on the right side of the church. Then head back to the room with the orbs and find the glowing wolf skeleton on the ground. It will be behind where you place down the summoning key. Interact with the skeleton to cause a wolf to spawn. Follow him down to the Wrath of the Ancient's bow. He will stop in front of it. Interact with the spot to have him dig up a ghost bone. You will then hear this sound, and the dog and bone will disappear. You can now pick up the essence from the church where you picked up the wolf orb. Then interact with the orb to infuse its essence. Infusing all orbs will cause them to fly together into the center basin. Interact with it to fracture the Melded Orb. The orb will then fly to one of the chandeliers in the room. Shoot the orb to get it to move. It will fly onto the night by the stairs, then by the flag at the bottom of those stairs, then next to Double Tap, then on top of the wall opposite of Double Tap, then inside the arch at the top of the stairs, then go down the stairs past the Wrath of the Ancient's bow and the orb will be on the railing. It'll then be on the stack of items to the right as you get to the bottom of those stairs. Then it'll move to the opposite side of the hall, then on the lamp in this room, then on the railing of the stairs to the right of the one you just came down on, then right next to the bowl of candy, then in the crate next to the door across from the candy table, then walk straight through to the next room and it'll be on the chandelier, Then it'll be on this railing next to the wall with the power symbol, then on top of the bookcase next to Electric Cherry, then right outside the room with Electric Cherry, then next to the flat gun. After you shoot it this last time, the box it's sitting on will break, revealing ammo for the flat gun. Pick up the ammo and then interact with the flat gun to use it to shoot the tower in the distance. Then shoot the orb inside the tower. It will then fly back to its basin in the orb room. Interact with it again to destroy it. The Vril device will spawn in its place. Pick it up. Head to the room with the bow altars and place the Vril device on the coffin across from the bows. This will spawn in a ghost keeper as well as dogs, which will last until you complete this step. You will now need to fill the keeper with souls in the 4 locations that he stops at. The first one is in the area right past the bridge near the cordite wall by. He then moves to the area inside the church at spawn, then he'll go next to double tap, and the last location is right outside the power room. Keep in mind you will need to kill the zombies close to the keeper for it to take the soul. Once the last soul box has been completed, the ghost keeper will turn into a regular keeper and return to the room with the bow altars. You will now need to obtain the Ragnoraks. To do this, head through the door in the orb room to find 3 switches. These switches will change the blocks on top of the door. You will need to change the blocks to say DG4. Doing so will open up the magic door in the room. Head inside and pick up the 3 parts for the Ragnarok. There is 1 in each of the 3 crates. You can now build the Ragnarok at any of the build tables around the map. 1 is inside the room with the elemental bows. I recommend keeping this build table for the shield. 1 is in the room with Speed Cola next to the fireplace. And 1 is underneath the church at spawn. Once you have the Ragnoraks, place the Ragnoraks down on the ground behind the keeper, where it says that an energy surge is needed to start the lockdown. This will start the boss fight, so before you do that, you may want to build the shield, so here's how to do that. In order to build the shield, you'll need to find 3 parts: the eagle, the face piece, and the gas canisters. The eagle is found in the room with Speed Cola, either against the pillar to the left of the dragon, against the wall opposite the dragon, or on the walkway opposite of Speed Cola. The face piece is found either next to the stairs under the church not far from spawn, to the left of the bridge entrance, or opposite the mystery box on the bridge. And the gas canisters are found either inside the circular room on one of the bases of a knight statue, in the box where you enter the castle, or on the chair to the left of Electric Cherry. Once you have all 3 parts, you can build a shield at any of the build tables around the map. 1 is underneath the church near spawn, 1 is in the room with Speed Cola next to the fireplace, and there is 1 in the room with the elemental bows. I recommend building the shield in the room with the elemental bows, since that's where the boss fight will be. Once you have the Ragnoraks and are ready to take on the boss, place the Ragnoraks down on the ground behind the keeper, where it says that an energy surge is needed to start the lockdown. This will start the boss fight and lock you inside the room. As soon as the Ragnoraks are done being used, pick them up and recharge them. You can recharge them by getting zombie kills. Once the Ragnoraks are recharged, use it again on the same spot. This will drop the shields of each of the 4 keepers that are surrounding the main keeper. Shoot each of the keepers with their corresponding colored bows. Pick up the Ragnoraks again and recharge them. Then again use the Ragnoraks on the same spot. This will cause the main keeper's shield to drop. You will now need to shoot him quickly as he teleports around the map. As soon as he returns to his original location, head to the top of the stairs and quickly hit the button to shoot a laser beam. The keeper will explode and you'll be rewarded with Perkaholic. Then pick up the charged Vril device from the coffin to reveal a hidden door. You will now need to obtain a gramophone to open up the buyable ending. You can find one on the table not far from Speed Cola. You can pick up the gramophone at any time. Once you have the gramophone, place it down on the table in the secret room to unlock the buyable ending. When you're ready to end the game and have 75,000 points, interact with the portal to escape. There's also a few side Easter eggs you can do. You can get a free perk by shooting all 5 ravens around the map. 1 is in the graveyard at spawn, 1 is on the wooden overhang above the bridge, 1 is on the little ledge above the Wrath of the Ancient's bow, 1 is on top of the bookcase in the circular room, and 1 is on the wooden staircase that leads to Pack-a-Punch. Shooting all 5 ravens will reward you with a free perk. There are also a couple of ways to get some free points as well. You can get some free points by picking up the bottle inside the jail cell and placing it on the table next to the candy. To get into the jail cell, you'll first need to pick up the key on the wall opposite of the bowl of candy. Then head through the door to the right of the bowl of candy and use the key to unlock the jail cell. Head inside and pick up the bottle from the table. Place the bottle on the table next to the candy and you'll be rewarded with 750 points. You can also get some free points after completing the main Easter egg. When you complete the Easter egg, there'll be a dragon flying around in the sky. Shoot the dragon and it'll crash, rewarding you with 11,500 points. You can also get a max ammo by shooting the 5 vases inside the room with the bow altars. There is one on the shelf to the left of the portal. One is on the shelf to the right of the portal. There are 2 to the left of the sewer door. And one is to the right of the sewer door. Shooting all 5 vases will spawn a max ammo near the panel at the top of the stairs. I recommend saving the max ammo for the boss fight in case you need it. And that's it! I'll be doing more Easter egg guides in the future, so subscribe if you're interested, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!